Check this.
So right now we're gonna go for a tour. So this is the Universal tour right behind me, and you're gonna see what's in the Universal Studios. So you can see different what do you call it? Like studios basically. So here you go.
Very excited.
Yeah. All right, you guys have fun. Here we go.
Wearing 3D glasses, that's a party in my side of town. You don't have to wear the glasses right now. There's only 2 times you need them. And I'm going to give you plenty of notice, but I do want to make sure you've got them. So if you don't have a pair of these, put your hands in the air, keep them there, and I'll make it rain, well, these. Who wants them? Oh, wow, it's a well-equipped group. I'm impressed, you guys. Veterans, people in the military, and families thereof, thank you. People from out of town, welcome. Small children should be seated toward the center of the row and away from the outside gates. What constitutes small? Well, hey, if your feet touch the ground, you know, you're a giant. Don't worry about it. Otherwise, maybe slide on over the middle. We don't want you to, I don't know, bounce out and get lost. How bad could it be? Now, we are a working movie and television studio, so sometimes we drive pretty darn close to production. When that happens, we end up in something we call the quiet zone. You'll see this sign.
Yeah, I even said it.
Just means I can't broadcast it. All right, I should have handed you the mic. Before we get too far gone, I want to introduce you to my co-host for the afternoon, SNL alumni and host of The Tonight Show. Starring Jimmy Fallon, you're never going to guess who it is.
Oh, hey there! You made it! Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Andy.
And the greatest driver.
Myron.
They're the best. I love them. Even though Andy owes me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
Now, movies are based on, ladies and gentlemen, where do all these movies and television shows actually come from? Well, for the answer to that question, we need a producer. And these bungalows on your left house production offices for writers, directors, and producers who currently have development deals with the studio. Let's say you have an idea for a movie, or maybe you have a script. The play is to pitch it to the studio in the hopes of getting funding. If you get it, then you're in development. Next to Brownstone Street. That was home to Jim Carrey in Bruce Almighty.
Release the dog!
In the shower!
Inside bad, outside good. Inside bad, outside good. Oh, you're done. B-E-A-U.
And I'm sure many of you are going to recognize the area we're turning into now. I'd like to welcome you all to Courthouse Square, otherwise known as Hill Valley from Back to the Future, starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. This City Hall facade over here on your left is the clock tower from Back to the Future.
It was actually the back lot of Courthouse Square that inspired the entire climax to Back to the Future.
I had scenes up there, the clock tower on that ledge. Those ledges are about wide.
I mean, you're on a ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, you know, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
The island. Nobody's lived here for hundreds of years. I'm so sure of that.
All right, folks, adventure awaits. Please hold on to your belongings and remain seated at all times. Welcome to Skull Island.
Okay, glasses on, everybody. We're ready for Skull Island.
I got some time traveling options for you. Now these Flintstones cars are just tricked out golf carts. How'd you like to, play the Masters in one of those? Now we can't talk about picture cars without talking about the most successful franchise in Universal's history, the Fast and the Furious films. That Nissan Skyline is the one Paul Walker drove in the opening race of Too Fast, Too Furious. I'm surprised the Jeep Wrangler made it from Jurassic World. Figured that would have been swallowed by the Andromedus Rex or carried away by these pteranodons. This guy's hoping his margaritas don't get carried away. Hashtag priorities. You can get more of those at Jimmy Bubbitt's Margaritaville, pal. In fact, we all can, folks. Universal City Walk has its own Margaritaville. Experience that later on tonight. Tell them Andy sent you. All these sets and vehicles coming up were used in Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park films. This is the mobile lab that dangled precariously from that parking structure we drove past earlier. It was made up to look like a massive cliff face for this scene. This mobile lab's coming up on the left. Oh yeah, ooh-ah, that's how it always starts. But then later there's running and screaming. The wise words of Dr. Ian Malcolm, aka Jeff Goldblum, folks, who will be returning in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom on June 22nd. We're all very excited about that. But dinosaurs are in our DNA here at Universal, so much so we always keep a few on hand. I'd like you to meet Groucho, Harpo, Zeppo, and Chico. Four of the friendliest dinosaurs in the wild. And that's how you say hello in dinosaur, by the way, with projectile vomiting. It's chock full of vitamin D and very good for your skin. So. Now, ladies and gentlemen, weather played a very important role in the Jurassic Park movies, creating just the right mood and atmosphere.
It's going to be sunny and dry in 6 Points, Texas. Cool and cloudy in Little Europe. Expect snow and sleet on New York Street. And we've got a high chance of fog and precipitation for Skull Island, Amity Island, and Isla Nublar. That's your forecast for today. Now here's a look at what's going on in your neck of the line. Now, this is Old Mexico. Recently shot down here, the Showtime series Shameless, starring William H. Macy and Emmy Rossum. Also comedy classics like The Three Amigos with Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Chevy Chase. Hey, we got some rain. Looks like Al's forecast is right on the money. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, rain is created by an overhead sprinkler hidden from view. We just shoot water straight up in the air and let it fall naturally like rain. Problem is, when we get too much rain, it can lead to disaster in the form of flash floods, and we've got one headed right for us. Well, right for you guys, actually. Connect that iPhone, sir. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you're sitting in one of the blue seats, you may get wet on the tour today. That flood was caused by dumping thousands of gallons of recycled water from large tanks in the hill. Here's what it looks like from actor Paul Giamatti's point of view in the comedy Big Fat Liar. Come on, Paul.
You can't outrun the wolf, kid!
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Hang on, funny folks!
Now we're taking you back across the border and back in time to the Old West. I'd like to welcome you all to a little town by the name of 6 Points, Texas. Just about every famous cowboy there ever was walked these dusty streets at one time or another. They always look larger than life. I reckon part of that had to do with the way we built these sets. Take a look around, you'll notice some of the doorways seem a mite smaller than they ought to be. That's so when our actors stood in them, they'd look bigger and brawnier than they actually were. We also made some doorways much bigger, so some of our actors would appear more vulnerable.
He looks very upset.
When I talked to him, said the guy behind his arms.
That's with the FBI?
FBI, yeah, we hear about the human remains.
That's him. Right over there.
You alright? Yeah.
Change your name. Even though Bones is set in Washington, D.C., and this is dressed to be a subway station underneath the Embarcadero Plaza in San Francisco. Whoa! No, it's just a truck. It's something that we get all the time. An alarm about it. Hold on, everybody, hold on. Hey, to fix my back. Oh, it's out again. Now, remember what I said about those blue seats? Here's what it can look like on film. The Jaws. As you can see, the shark has been caught. There's a diver on the scene right now doing a final sweep of the harbor. Wow, it's a big one too. Look at that. Shark that size, swallow you whole. Look at the shark's eyes. He's got black eyes, lifeless eyes, like a doll's eyes. When he's coming at you, he don't seem to be living. Until he bites. And then those black eyes roll around and turn white. Farewell and adieu to you, dear Spanish ladies.
Ay, Papa.
All right, folks, remain seated as we make our way across this dock. We still have a chance to catch that shark. I'm just going to tuck in and hide behind these canisters of gasoline. That's a good idea. That's about the most fun Myron and I have all day. Folks, watch the shark. It's the screams that keep us going. You've just come face to face with Bruce the Shark. He was named after director Steven Spielberg's lawyer, with love, of course. And he's the only shark around that swims backwards, which is pretty impressive. Over 2 million linear feet of styrofoam was used to create all of Whoville, and enough artificial snow to cover 9 football fields.
Oh, wow.
But the people of Whoville had more than just the Grinch to contend with, because they lived right next door to Norman Bates. And these are two of the most famous sets in Hollywood. The Bates Motel and the Psycho House from Hitchcock's Psycho.
Oh yeah, this is the one I'm talking about.
Creeping characters, I think that's him. You guys, that's Norman Bates. I've worked here 6 years, I've never seen him. I didn't even think this old motel was still in business. I figured it had long since closed and it... Holy homicide. Well, maybe he's just helping that woman check out. And she's checked out all right. Uh-oh. Now he's checking us out. I think we better hit the road. Sir, if you don't sit down, one of us will be knifed to death. Thank you. Spectacular crash site from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds, starring Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning. This is all that's left of the neighborhood they hide out in. That's a real plane, by the way, a real 747. Production picked it up for 60 grand, which is a pretty good price for a working 747. You know, after a certain amount of flight hours, they just decommissioned them. The catch was it cost over 200 grand to get it here, and it was less than 80 miles away. It's always the shipping and handling that gets you.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed to...
Close your eyes, okay? Now close. Robbie, get in. Get in.
In the background was actually put in post-production. It's computer-generated imagery, or CGI, which is why the backdrop is painted that deep blue. When the visual effects guys, the CGI guys, do what they do, it's best for them if the live subjects are shot in front of a blue screen or green screen. All right, folks, you've been through the entire filmmaking process now. One more thing to do. We want to immerse you into a movie. And not just any movie, The Fast and the Furious.
Studio tour. Looks like we might have an issue. I'm patching you into Agent Novak from the FBI. Hey, we're in the middle of a tour. What's going on?
Look, this might be more serious than I thought. What just happened? This is a secure line. Who are you?
I'll tell you who I am, boy. I'm the reason bad guys use a nightlight. I'm the reason the boogeyman begs his mama to look under his bed. And I'm the reason you just lost control of this whole operation. My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service. And as of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm the man in charge.
The hell you are.
Let me clue you in on two things, sweet cheeks. One, there's a high-value witness from the Federal Protection Program aboard your vehicle. And two, an international crime syndicate led by Owen Shaw is honing in on this vehicle to take that witness out. Shaw's as ruthless as they come. He'll stop at nothing to eliminate his target. Every living soul on this vehicle is in serious danger. Other than that, enjoy the ride.
This is not your jurisdiction.
It is now, stink pickle.
I'm so tired of you state guys stepping in just whenever you feel like.
Mute him.
Don't you?
That's better. We're moving your vehicle to a safe location until we have the situation under control. Until then, I want everybody to stay calm. Enjoy the ride. Taking care of business. Hobbs out.
All right, folks, you heard the man. We don't want Owen Shaw on our tail. We've been put on the guest list at a Roman Pierce.
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move.
Damn.
That's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not...
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. Got it. It's lightweight. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Escort this novice out. Let's go, Cookie Puss. You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of something.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate. Shaw traced us. I just can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Try to move that vehicle.
Oh, we're moving all right.
It's about to get real interesting. My Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door.
Roman, grab your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
All right, folks. You better put on those bulletproof 3D glasses again for protection. Just in case.
Which one of you is the witness? Speak now or you all get fried!
This is our turn.
After them!
Okay, guys, it's showtime. Cover the left. Still not moving fast enough. Roman, Letty, hook him up.
I got to move my arm!
my Mona Lisa got messed up a little bit, but it's all good. We got through it. No hell is that.
Raindrop, drip, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Cooking up, open the park,